Hey, what's going on? It's your girl Majane, as I said, aka Mama Maj, and you are listening to MamMaJism. This is season 2, episode 21 of Podsmas. Welcome. We have we haven't come to the end of the road just yet, but we're almost there. We're almost there. Yesterday, I forgot to mention the holiday challenge for this week, so I'm going to go ahead and say it now before I forget again. We are in the final week. We are literally in the final week of 2020, less than. It's only a couple days. So for this week's challenge, I think that it would be a great idea for us to simply reflect. Reflect on the things that happened in this year. More so though, I want to take it month by month because things are always a little easier when we break it up into digestible pieces, right? So I think that it would be really cool to reflect on the year by month and at the very least pick at least one good thing that came out of each month. I know some people tend to struggle with finding the good out of situations that may be bad. This year has truly been incredible in a way that is no one's seen. I mean, 2020 has so many damn curveballs. Like, I don't even know what happened, what happened, but a lot of things that I was not expecting to happen in 2020 has happened, and have me shook a little bit, but I think that it is still important to try and pick out the good bits. I'm really good at this. I guess you can say that I'm optimistic. I know how to find the good in a situation. I also know how to find the good in people, which is a bittersweet thing. But I do know that it doesn't come easy to a lot of folks. So I think with practice, though, it's really important to have that skill because sometimes when you're in a really bad space, that's all you see. All you see is bad, 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 bad. See, this further proves that my life is miserable or that, bad things always happen to me. And it's like, yeah, because you're literally only looking for the bad in situations. It comes second nature to us almost to look for the bad in things. And I think as soon as you start practicing finding good bits, even if it's just a little tiny trickle of something, when you try and find those good bits in a bad situation, it becomes a little bit easier for you to find more of those in future situations. You get what I'm saying? So I think this is a really nice challenge for us to do. And so let's just go ahead and hop right into our episode, right? So, it's Kwanzaa right now. I hope yesterday's episode wasn't information overload. I really tried my best to give each principle a solid amount of time to talk about, but when you're trying to fit 3 principles plus the history in one podcast episode that you try to keep at about 10 minutes, it gets a little difficult. But now, since we're caught up, we don't have to worry about that. All the other principles get their own day. So today we are on day 4, which is Ujamaa, and that stands for Cooperative Economics. This is a fun one. This is really a fun one. I misspoke yesterday when I said that Ujamaa was about putting your money where your mouth is, because that's not the case. It's more so putting action to your words. But this principle, Ujamaa, is quite literally putting your money where your mouth is, putting your money into Black businesses and your community. So when we're talking about Ujamaa and we're talking about cooperative economics, it is, as stated, to build and maintain our own stores, shops, and other businesses and to profit from them together. So essentially, this is support Black businesses. Now, if you were, which I would assume a lot of you are already doing in this year, like I had mentioned yesterday with the whole everyone all of a sudden, no, let me not say that. When I mentioned yesterday about how everyone seemed to be, gung-ho for Black rights and supporting Black-owned businesses, how many of you actually did that? Let's reflect on that as well for a moment. If you said that you were going to, put your money into a Black business, did you do it? Did you really? I really like this principle because it kind of forces you to go outside of I guess what you can consider like your norm. It's so easy for us to hop in a car, go down the street, go to Walgreens, Walmart, whatever, these big chains, because they have all these items that we need, right? But to physically go out of your way to find a black owned business, whether it be in your community or online, that takes a little bit more work, and it takes that ease away, which I think is what turns most people off to the idea of trying to find a black business where they can, find their soaps and laundry detergent and different things like that. So it comes at it comes at a price, but it also comes at a price of, are you willing to do the work, right? That collective that collective work and responsibility. Are you actually willing to do that collective work and responsibility of supporting, your community? That is essentially the goal here. So, really think about it. Have you spent a single dollar toward a black owned business? I'll wait. Yeah, hopefully you have. I personally love me a small business. They just care. They care because I keep running into my mic. They care so much. I love buying from like entrepreneurs and stuff because they put care into their packaging. They send you like handwritten letters thanking you for, buying their products. It makes you feel like they see you, and they do, and they appreciate you because you know what? You're helping them pay their bills. So if you have the money and if you can, like, put your money into the community, put your money into a black owned business. Like, that's the whole point. So I had wrote something down. Oh, and if you are looking for an avenue, or I can give you like a little head start onto like where to even go to search for some black owned businesses online. Official Black Wall Street, which is their @ name for Instagram, and I'll put that in the show notes as well. That is an Instagram I like to follow because they have an app actually that allows you to find businesses in your local area, find black businesses in your local area, and then you can, do the whole rating system. Similar to Amazon where you can or Yelp maybe, where you can, talk about your experience and how you would rate their products and different things like that. So it's a wide list of things that you can buy, from like candles to laundry detergent to clothing, like all these different things. So there are plenty of ways for you to go out there and find a black owned business to support. It's really not that difficult. I think when we start getting into maybe like food and things of that nature, because we're still in the stages where we kind of have to shop in major stores because maybe a black owned business doesn't have what you need, or maybe there's not a farmer's market where a black person is selling their produce. But this is why we start doing the work now, because once you create that shop that you see the community needs because someone isn't doing it yet, bam, that's where you fit in. Maybe you're not that type of person who is an entrepreneur and can sell stuff. That's fine. Maybe you're just the consumer. That is perfect. We need consumers in order for businesses to thrive, right? So, it's a circle, it's a cycle, and it helps. But just make sure that you do the research, because it's not going to come to your fingertips. I gave you a very awesome Instagram that can help you along your journey, but do your own research as well. If there's something specific that you're looking for and you want to maybe replace that item in your house with something that's black owned, Google it, try and find it, or ask your friends. And if you don't really have the money, let's be real. If you're able to buy X, Y, and Z, you have the money, to swap it out, but that's not my business. But I will say that there are still also ways that you can support black owned businesses by reposting when they post on their Instagram. Word of mouth, honestly, do not sleep on word of mouth, because I had a friend who reposted a candle company is her friend, and I ended up buying a candle because I didn't know they existed, but when I saw their options and their price, I was like, hell yeah. And I burned that candle in like 2 days. It was so good, and I can't wait to buy more. So I would give you the app, but I don't even know. I don't remember what it was. I have to ask her. I have to find it. I have to find it again, because I guess I didn't follow them. I don't know. But word of mouth, don't sleep on it, because truly, like, Your friends need to hear you tell them that so-and-so is a great company. You should buy from them because you are someone that they trust. So do not sleep on word of mouth. Don't sleep on reposting someone's stuff. Like, all of it helps. All of it helps. And yeah, so I hope that if you haven't been supporting Black-owned businesses, that you start to, because I mean, come on now, why wouldn't you? Help out your community. But I hope y'all have a great day. I'll check back in with y'all tomorrow. It's been real. Bye. Thank you for listening. Please make sure to subscribe if you haven't already and follow all the socials at MamMaJism. That's MamMaJism. If you decide you want to financially support me, on my accounts you'll be able to find out how. Thanks in advance. Until we meet again, please be kind to one another. And from the bottom of my heart, I love you.